In today's vlog, credit card scam, dealing with hot weather, caravan insurance, Talkwrench special offer, and France is back on.
This is quality caravan vlogging.
Hi, welcome to the vlog. Right, in order of which I dramatically announced them, a credit card scam. Yeah, the day was going so well, and a series of events led to me being a victim of a credit card scam. There was a payment for £250 that I didn't know about. So I rang the credit card company, explained to them kind of what happened, and they said, oh yeah, there's been some activity, and all these were fortunately declined by the credit card company. There was a booking.com for £5,000, there was a Deliveroo, a couple of others I can't remember, but all added up to around about £10,000 worth of activity that I hadn't authorised and fortunately was declined. So I spoke to the bank. When I was talking to security, I was complaining about how easy it seems to be for somebody to get my credit card number. It happened on my current account as well. And there was a £900 transaction that went through that wasn't me. I didn't approve it. It seemingly didn't need to be approved and just sailed through happily. And if I hadn't picked it up on the statement, I would have just been charged that money. Fortunately, I got it refunded in that case as well. And I started asking them about security and why I can't approve everything via the credit card app. Now, usually if I make a large transaction, it comes up, oh, go to your app and press approve. You go into the app, it tells you that a credit card transaction has been made and you approve it, that's fine. So I said to them, right, I want it switched on for every single transaction that goes through this credit card. Oh, we can't do that because not everybody has an app. Yeah, what about making some kind of, put an option in, say, do you only want to approve via the app? Yes, please, and do it that way. But they couldn't do it. But what they did say was, and the security person I spoke to said what they did on their card was, there's usually an option to most credit card apps to freeze the card. Now what that does is just it declines every single transaction. Sounds a bit weird, but bear with me. So what they said they did, they put the freeze on the app, so no transactions can be made. Then when you make a transaction, unfreeze it, make the transaction, let it go through. So freeze the credit card, usually, under normal circumstances. When you want to make a transaction, unfreeze it, make the transaction, wait for it to go through, and then freeze it again. In that way, the credit card cannot be used without you authorising it. Happy days. So all my credit cards that have an app, all two of them, the both credit cards I've got, I've froze them so that they can't. Credit transactions can't be made unless I unfreeze it, which is only going to be me, so I'll do it. So that's a top tip for you. If you have a credit card, freeze it. Anyway, I know it's not caravan related, but I just wanted to share that with you. As I'm now a professional, I don't do any other job. I make notes. Dealing with hot weather. So the last few days, at least in the south, has been absolutely boiling. 30, 32, whatever. Not sure what it's been like where you are. But what we've been doing is on a really hot days, because you know from previous vlogs that I have the caravan on the drive, it's plugged into electric. So what we've been doing is turning on the air conditioning. I know what you're thinking, save the planet, Graham, what are you doing? Costing a fortune. It doesn't cost a fortune at all. The aircon uses 4 amps. So we just had it on all day and it doesn't seem to have affected noticeably the amount of electricity we use in cost. Not exactly a top caravan tip, but I spent 2 days sitting in the caravan almost all day. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this already, but my caravan insurance is due. In fact, it's expired, who I was with previously. I got a quote from the people I was with, and bearing in mind I've had a claim in the last 5 years, you'll all remember me writing the caravan off, right? It's been creeping up and up, and this year it went up by I think about £100. And I thought, this is getting ridiculous now. And I know I have this weird sense of loyalty. The insurance company really helped me out and did everything they could to process our claim, even though it was just at the end of kind of COVID and there were still restrictions on. They were still reasonably fast. I mean, I would have liked it faster, obviously, but you know, looking back on it, we're very happy with what happened. So, sense of loyalty. I've insured with them for 2 years more after that. But it's got to a point now where it's gone over £500, and you know, I kind of mentally in my head, I can't justify £500 insurance for something you don't legally need to insure at least. So I did shopping around and got it down to around about just over 300 quid. New for old for new, whatever it is, I can never remember. Frank Pickles. I've been aware of that because of the name, it sticks in your mind, right? So I've been aware of the company for quite a while, and they were not necessarily the cheapest, but like for like kind of cover. So that's who I renewed with, just about 320 quid, I think. Saved myself £200 a year, a bit of a no-brainer really. Obviously, whether or not an insurance company is good, you only find out when you claim, but you know, I'm prepared to take the risk. They should pay out if something happens. What about you? Has your insurance been going up, creeping up slowly? I mean, you know, 100 quid is not creeping up slowly, I guess. I've been talking to members of Talkwrench as to how happy they were. Sorry, I've got these, do you get these storm bugs, little tiny slivery things? Actually, the last vlog I did, I had one on the screen. Let me clean it. Stand still, won't hurt at all. The world's largest towel. Where was I? Yeah, Talkwrench Community. So I was discussing with some of the Talkwrench members on the forum how happy they were with it, do they think they were getting value from it and stuff, and everybody said they loved it. I mean, that's why they're members. And probably about a year ago, I had a 2-week trial for people to, and a few people said that they'd joined because it had 2 weeks free, and then they kept their membership going. So I decided to reintroduce the free trial period, but I've extended it to a month. So if you want to join, there's a link below. I'll put it there, or talkwrench.com if you can remember that. Right, that's the advert over with. So, last week I was talking about the car suspension. Now, it's been driving beautifully. I mean, there was obviously something wrong with it other than what was obvious to me, because it just drives like a dream now. Yet to tow, more on that in a minute. Can you hear my chair squeaking? Because the car cost a reasonable amount to fix, we kind of decided to shelve going to France this year, and we've booked to go in April anyway, and we just leave it till then. But then Mandy priced up 15 nights staying in the UK. We were going to go up North Yorkshire, do a bit of that again, but it came out like £750 just in site fees. And you know, I don't know about you, and I think maybe since I've retired, I've been a bit more conscious of how much sites are and doing a bit more comparison. And honestly, the Caravan and Motorhome Club, I know you think I bash them every week, but honestly, I mean, we looked at Brighton, some nights over £60 a night. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. And I know people say CLs, but you know, you're paying £20 for a CL, but you're getting £20 worth of site, I think. Well, this chair is doing my head in. So then we priced up going to France, and a month is, I mean, looking at, all right, it's September, we're going in September. In September, October, works out, we've only one site so far, we've paid more than €20. The rest are like 15, 17 euros. We've got a good deal on the ferry. We're going New Haven to Dieppe, which is 4 hours. I think 4 hours. We've got a cabin. Yeah, I know it's going to be like a cruise, right? Actually, I've seen the cabins on videos. They're like pretty much like bunk beds and prison cells, but it gives you your own little space for a few hours. Otherwise, you're kind of just sitting in a chair and waiting for the time to pass. So we're going back to Loire Valley, where we went last year. But we've seen a few more chateaus. We didn't get to see the whole of the Loire Valley. We just kind of stuck at one end because we was only there, I think we were there 3 weeks. This is going to be a bit longer. So that's something to look forward to. yeah, so getting back to the car and having to pay for it. So what we decided to do is we decided, you know, things like that you can worry about forever. So what I've done, I had an e-bike, not the one I was gifted. I've had one myself, a Cube, which was reasonably expensive. I've sold that. I sold that on eBay. Actually got rid of it yesterday, and that's gone into the holiday fund. And we've also got our Isabella up for sale. You may remember last year when we were living in the caravan, we put everything in storage, including the Isabella awning. And there was a time that the canopy was, when it was starting to get a bit muddy, the canopy really wasn't enough. We wanted an awning when we were staying somewhere for 3 weeks, because we were living in it. We had to then buy a Dometic awning, but the Isabella with the annex is for sale. If you're interested, drop me a line. I can't deliver it, obviously. We'll have to arrange something else, but if you email me, graham@caravanvlogger.co.uk. Now, it is being advertised elsewhere, so I don't know how long it'll, but I mean, we don't want loads of money for it, but, well, considering what it's 4,100 new. Obviously, I'm not asking 4,100. I'll do 3,000. No, I'm joking. But if you are interested, drop me a line and I'll tell you how much we kind of want for it, and we can arrange stuff from there, assuming we've still got it by the time you email me. So going back to the ferry, now the reason we're doing New Haven to Dieppe is that DFDS offer a saving for people that are over 60. Can you believe it? I'm over 60? I know. What do you mean? Yes, you can. But you have to ring them up to get the discount. Actually, Mandy made the call, and she said they were very helpful. But before that, we're going to Liverpool. Now today's Thursday, Thursday the 3rd of July, I'm recording this vlog, and this morning we got the sad, if you're a Liverpool fan, it's gutting, but Diego Jota has died in a car crash. So we're shortly going up to Liverpool, as I said last week, to celebrate Ian's life. So it's all very poignant. It's all very, it makes you think, doesn't it? So we booked into a camping and caravan club site up there, and yeah, I'm sure we'll have a nice time. We wanted to do a stadium tour. I know if you're not a Liverpool fan, this is we have been before to Anfield, but they only start the stadium tours the day after we return, so we're not going to be able to get the tour, that is. But we'll probably go up there just to see all the memorial stuff for Diogo Jota. That's about all I've got to say this week. Thanks very much for watching. So don't forget, special offer on Talkwrench. If you're interested in the awning, drop me a line. Awning and annex, that is. Drop me a line. Oh, and again, if you're interested in model railways, thanks to everybody who subscribed from last week's shout out. I had quite a few new subscribers. There should be a new vlog for you to watch today, in fact. So that's Shed Junction. Have a look at that. There will be a link in the description to that as well. Thanks very much for watching. Them bugs, them little storm bugs. See you in the next one.
This is quality caravan vlogging.